Broadcast, we're going to do something different. On today's broadcast, we're going to do baseball. So here we go. We're going to do MLB The Show 2024 winter meetings. Let's go over what we've done so far. So we're going to do it basically, we're going to do it all. So let's go all the way down the list here and show you what's happened so far in the winter meetings. We'll recap and then we'll show you what we're going to do. So we'll recap everything that's happened in the winter meeting season here. Okay, so here it is, like after the World Series. These guys were all activated from the injured list. Okay, so here we go. So Angels re-signed Nick Ahmed to a 2-year deal. Tom Murphy, the catcher, to a 2-year deal. The Blue Jays signed Daniel Bard to a 1-year re-sign. Martinez re-signed with the Padres, 1 year, 3.5. Max Stassi, the catcher, re-signs with the White Sox. For the Orioles, free agents, Dozier, O'Hearn, Mateo, and Perato. For the Red Sox, free agents, Giolito, Hendricks, Swanson, McGuire, Fulmer, and Hand. For the Yankees, Cortez Jr., Rizzo, Trevino, and Anderson. For the Rays, Zach Eflin, Cervelli, Flores, Moley, and Rojas all have become free agents. For the Blue Jays, Thomas, Bassett, Cobb, and Green all become free agents. For the White Sox, Kopech, Blackburn, Gomez, Falefa, and Mikado all become free agents. For the Guardians, Barlow, Naylor, Grandal, and Laron, free agents. Tigers, Suarez, and Maeda have become free agents. Nick Anderson, Refalogo, Stratton, and Hedges all become free agents for the Royals. For the Twins, Castro, Vasquez, Dumont, and Paddock all became free agents. The Astros, look at that list. Shortstops, Araza, Diaz, shoulder reliever, Victor Cremarte, catcher, Abreu, Montero out of the bullpen, Chavez out of the bullpen, and Presley out of the bullpen, all free agents for Houston. For the Angels, Hayes, Mullins, Biggio all become free agents. Tucker and Wong for Oakland, free agents. Mariners, Green, Garver, Polanco, and Stroman all become free agents. Navadi, Gray, and Pache for the Rangers. For the Braves, Sale, Iglesias, Johnson, and Ozuna, free agents. Marlins, Barte, Chargos, Betancourt, and Gibson, free agents. For the Mets, Severino, Blackman, Mayaza, Jackson, Canning, and Minaya, free agents. Phillies, Merrifield, Schwarber, Dominguez, and Soto, free agents. Nationals, Grossman, Belt, Blyer, Harvey, and Tehran, all free agents. For the Cubs, Alfaro, free agent. Ayton, Pagan, Martinez, O'Neill, and Mondesi for the Reds, all free agents. Woodruff, Williams, Martin, and Sanchez for the Brewers. For the Pirates, Senzel, Ramirez, and Gonzalez, free agents. Matz, Marks, Michaelius, Halsey, Gallegos, and Edman, all free agents. For the Diamondbacks, Kelly, Pham, and Barnett, or Tucker, Barnhart, I should say, not Barnett. Hendricks, Paxton, Marquez, McClutchin, and Cho for the Rockies. Dodgers, Barnes, Brazier. Clay Scholl has re-signed since then. King and Mahita for the Padres. The Giants losing on a pretty deep list. Three big bullpen pieces, 2 outfielders, and a first baseman. So there's Kershaw re-signed. Arbitration's been offered to some guys. The Cardinals offer arbitration to 3 players. The trade of Walker from the Cardinals for Sandy Alcantara coming over to the Cardinals. Jordan Walker was offered arbitration after he was traded to the White Sox, who also offer arbitration to a ton of their own players. They renewed the contract of Fletcher and Geloff. Alex Cobb has re-signed with the Blue Jays on a 2-year, $5 million contract. Pirates release Bailey Falter and offer arbitration to Mackenzie Gore and the young Oveda. Bernard the closer, Arias the shortstop. And then arbitration was offered by the Dodgers to Outman and Evans. The Pirates acquire Gavin Stone, Brandon Dixon, and Chris O'Keefe for Mitch Keller, heading to the Dodgers. And the Rays get Tony Gosselin for Utica, Lopez, and Derek Hall. And the Rays have offered arbitration to Drew Rasmussen and Shane McClendon, big starting pitchers for the Rays. So, here's where we're at. Free agency right now. Kyle Tucker, $5,150,000 offered by the Pirates. He's still mowing that deal. Chris Paddock offered 7 years, $145,000 by the Marlins. Hazley has not been given an offer yet. Lane Thomas, Marlins, 8 years, $72 million. Tommy Edelman, no offer. Josh Naylor, no offer. Devin Williams, nothing. Michael King, 8 years, $91 million from the Marlins on the table. Stroman, 5 years, $55 million on the table from the White Sox. Aiton, nothing. Cervelli, nothing. Pirates, 6 years to Zach Eflin for $87 million. White Sox, Cortez Jr., 6 years, $60 million on the table. Looks like he's going there. Woodruff, nothing yet. Ovaldi, 2 years, $18 from Pittsburgh. Hayes, nothing yet. Hayes, who played for the Orioles, brings a big bat to a lineup. He should get an offer soon. Dodgers, 6 years, $47 million on the table to Griffin Canning. They also have Steven Matz, 4 years, $35 million. Where are they going to put all these pitchers is the question. But Kershaw is old, so they want to have a backup plan by having these middle-of-the-row starters here. And pretty much that's it for the offers so far. So you can see the offers. Well, they're not showing us the offers. Well, it depends on the team. We have to go team to team. So you can see the Dodgers offering 2 pitchers contracts. If one of them signed, they might trade another pitcher. Gosling's already gone from L.A. But these guys are definitely good depth chart moves. And the Pittsburgh Pirates aggressive, offering big bat Michael Tucker, Zach Eflin, and Ovaldi contracts. Reason why? The newest manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates will be Dave Roberts, leaving L.A. 4 years, $33 million to come manage the Pirates, but they're going to bring in talent for them. So we shall see. So here we are. We're at this point in the calendar. We got some days before we get to the 20th when the 40-man rosters must be in order. So here's what we'll do. We're going to do this step by step. First, we're going to go back to free agency here and start getting some other teams involved. The Arizona Diamondbacks are about to put out an offer to closing pitcher Ryan Hesley, saying he's a pretty good pickup. They're going to give him a 5-year, $45 million offer to come in to join the Diamondbacks organization as the closer of this ball club. Also, the Diamondbacks will look at some other pieces here. They're going to look at their starting pitching deep depth here. Michael Kopech, who struggled last year at a 6.84, gets the opportunity to leave for Arizona, and a 3-year offer will be at $17 million. So Arizona trying to pick him up on a basement deal, 3 years, $17 million. Meanwhile, they look even deeper into the pitching depth, and they're going to look at Julio Toronto, did great for Washington, and they're going to put him an offer of a 2-year contract because he's 35 years of age. They'll pay him $4.5 million if he signs that deal. Of course, other teams, I run every team here, so that's the thing. So let's go to the Arizona tender contracts. Christian Mena, 23 years old. Not much about him. Max Clark is a guy we have to offer a deal to. We only do a 1-year deal, so we'll offer to keep him on the roster at the club for 1 year and $100K. Blake Watson, here's a guy, a big left-handed pitcher who has not thrown yet in the major leagues. But it's clear he's a piece. He'll renew his contract for $780,000. So he's coming back with the Diamondbacks, trying to make his name this coming season. Jose Barrasso, who is an outfielder. I don't know too much about this guy, so as we go along, I might stop and look him up here, do a little research here, and see if Jorge Barrasso is legit or if he's just a made-up player. The problem with these games is they make up players, right? So they make up these guys, but Jorge Barrasso is legit. I've got a picture of him here in an Arizona Diamondbacks jersey. So Jorge Barrasso will have his contract renewed. There you go for $780. Another cheap pickup for the club. They bring back Barrasso. There's a guy that we see pitched in 2023 for the Diamondbacks, so we're going to bring his contract back, $780,000 to him. So we're spending some money here for the Diamondback team rebuild here. Bring them back for next season. Max Clark already has his contract offer. Sandy Caps. I don't know much about Sandy Caps. 19 years old. I don't think he ever played for this team. Let's see. Is Sandy Caps a make-believe player, or did he actually play Major League Baseball? Let's find out. Sandy Caps, MLB. Let's see what comes up. Believe it or not, looks like Sandy Caps might be legit. No, he's not. Sandy Caps is a fake, so we'll just let him go to the heap pile of useless trash. Michael Campbell, a catcher. Is he another fake player? Let's see. The problem is you get a lot of these fake guys in this game. Michael Campbell, here we go. Is he fake or is he a real baseball player? Let's find out. Okay, they said Michael Campbell is... He might be legit. Let's see. High A ball. Let's see. He's from Virginia. Okay, this ain't the same guy. Nope, this guy's another fraud. This guy's 100% another fraud. Yep. Well, you know what? Yeah, his weight is off. And this dude was born in Virginia. He's not from California. So, this ain't the Michael Campbell here. So, yeah, we're just going to write Michael Campbell off as a fake. All right, next guy, 23 years old, Carmen Pena. Is he legit? Let's look him up. Carmen Pena. Is this guy legit? Let's see. The answer is Carmen Pena is another fake player. So, guys like this, we're just going to skip over. Then we know this guy's legit. Okay. Renew his contract. There you go. He's been renewed. Vukovic, I know he's legit. Let's renew him for $780. There we go. We're renewing him now. Here comes Hernandez. He's legit. Renew his contract for $780. Another guy, Miles. We're going to bring him back for $780. So, yep, he's back. So we just, look at that fast. Look what we just did. Just recent now, it's top of the list. We just renewed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 contracts for the Diamondbacks. So they got a roster coming together. They got a couple arms in there with Slade. I don't know if I know who else Slade Ciccone is. I didn't remember calling that name out, but hey, whoever the hell Slade Ciccone is, let's go on the roster and see who Slade Ciccone is. Oh, he's pitched there. Okay, he's good. He pitched in 2023, so he's a starting pitcher. So you look at the current roster here for the Diamondbacks. You say, okay, what does this team really need? Well, you got to go do a couple of things before you make the decision. You got to go in and see who did the Diamondbacks let go, who do they need to replace. So they let Merrill Kelly. They lost one starter, okay? So now you got to make the decision. Look at what you got. Zach Eflin and Rodriguez. You got your 1 and 2, okay? So you got 2 solid starters. Brandon Fayette. He has 3 solid starters. Okay, this team could go to war with starting pitching. Gallen, Rodriguez, Fayette, Logan Allen as your 4 guy. Boom. You got yourself 4 big starters ready to go to war in a playoff series. You got 4 guys you can throw at the opposing team. Not a bad situation there, right? All right, so we've done that. So right now, like I said, I don't know how many people are going to come watch this, but I just figure we're going to throw it up on the YouTube here. We're going to do MLB The Show and see how many people like this concept here. I promised you alternate programming here on the channel. So today we're doing it. At 12 noon on the East Coast, we're throwing you alternate programming. It's the dead of summer now. It's June 19th. I mean, summer not official, but there you have it. All right, so we'll continue on with the program here. Just keep on watching. You'll see what we're doing. All right, so here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade this Gavin Lux guy for prospects. And at this point, I don't know what kind of prospects we're going to get for him. But his contract calls for arbitration, but he's free agent next year. So we're going to trade Lux to the White Sox. Let's see what we can get for him here. So you can get this Zach Gelof guy. That's one guy we can get. We could get Sangelo. Oh, we can't get Espino. Okay. So let's see. There's got to be a prospect here. Let's see. This guy's a suspect. How about Kevin Matton? Let's see who Kevin Matton is. Let's see if this guy is legit. I don't know. 26 years of age. Let's see if this guy, like some of these guys, you don't know who the heck they are. I don't think this guy is legit. Let's see. Well, there is a guy coming up. Let's see if this guy's legit. This guy is 26. Oh, this guy is legit. He's a prospect. Yes, he is. This guy is actually a legit tradable prospect here. We can move him in the deal. So let's see what else we're going to give him here. Got to give him a shortstop, so Sosa's got to go. Sosa's renewable contract. So there you go. So we're going to trade those three for Gavin Lux. There we go. Trade's done. So the Dodgers going to roll the dice and get rid of Lux while the opportunity's knocking to trade him out. You got rid of your manager, so you had to shake your team up a little bit. You move Martinez in the shortstop. He comes over from Toronto and hit 391 off the bench. And the lineup looks pretty solid here, I think they're all out. We got to renew a couple contracts here, but Taylor's got a contract for 1 year. He's another guy we could probably trade at this point. Possibly Seattle. He's 35 years of age. Ain't going to get you much. He's 35. Time to look for a younger left fielder. Otani's DHing, so you move Pegas over to left maybe. But then you want to play him in his natural position when there's 19 bombs and 57 ribbies. That deepens your lineup for production. This kid Sosa, he's going to play against lefties. That's what we're going to do is we're going to platoon at shortstop. The Sosa guy is going to platoon at shortstop. That's the plan. Yep, he had 265 and 83 at bats, so we're going to put Sosa as the shortstop. Today's stream's probably going to be a 3-hour stream. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I was giving you guys some winter meeting action here, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. But anyway, it's going to be a long process here with the trades and the signings and everything else to happen. So, there is an idea that we give this guy some opportunity, but I don't know. Well, Pegas won't even play. Garrett Cooper, there you go. He's available to you. It's under contract for $3 million. So we stick him in left field for the pop. So let's see. Well, Chris Taylor, we're going to hold on to Taylor. He's under contract for the year. We'll keep him for $15 million and see what he can produce. 22 shots, 76 RBIs, and a 283 bad. So, that's and Outman ain't going anywhere. Outman, he's under arbitration. I think we already offered it to him here. Yeah, Outman's already been offered. This last guy here, tough decision. We're going to go and give it to him. No arbitration being offered. 1.3 million. Probably try to re-sign him to a 2-year contract. All right, well, we either pay him 1.3 or we have to give him a 2-year deal. It's going to be over $4 million. That's a tough call. What do you do here? I mean, the guy's getting up there in years. He pitched well, though. 2.66 ERA is pretty valuable. So, we'll give him 2 years and $4.5 million. Reward him for it. And next guy up on the list here, this reliever. 4.63 now. We're going to let him do the arbitration thing. Okay, so how about Crochet? He's a pretty good pitcher. He only threw 17 innings for them, though. And do we buy out the free agent? Oh, he's 26. You know what? Let's give him a long-term deal. Oh, we're going to get killed with a long-term deal. 5 years would cost us $37 million. This guy's not even a starting pitcher. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So let's go to free agency and see who's out there in the bullpen. How about Soto to the Dodgers? Now, it's Scott Barlow coming over from Cleveland, 33-year-old on a 2-year packet. Let's see what we get him for 2 years for. He's younger. Well, I mean, he's more productive. $6.5 million ain't going to get it. $7 million. It's too much. Let's go further down that food chain. Hunter Harvey. All right, 31 saves. This guy, 26 saves. Before that, his ERA went up a little bit this year. It's been going up. We can get him on a 3-year deal for $9 million, and it would be done. I'm sure you'd take 3 years, $9 million. You know what? It's only $3 million a year. Let's give it a shot. Dodgers bullpen and get him. Meanwhile, we go back, though. We already offered this guy a 1-year deal, but now we got this Harvey guy for 3 years. We're going to tender some contracts here. Starting pitcher, we're going to renew him. All right, he's renewed. Nick Faso, another starting pitcher. I don't know if Nick Faso is eligible, so we're going to have to look him up. So I say, we're going to be here for several hours today doing this. Very time-consuming. You have to be really... Nick Frasco, this guy is legit. Yep, so we can re-sign him here. So we'll renew his contract, $780. Why not just pay it? Kel Vargas. Okay, now this guy at 248, second baseman, can play first, third, left field. Gave us a lot of at-bats, so we're going to bring him back. We're going to go for the big contract for him. We're going to try to lock him up for the next 5 years with an offer of $10 million. So we're going to give them that offer, and hopefully he takes it. Trey Sweeney. Here's a young kid, 25. We need depth, so let's just renew him for 1 year so we got the depth just in case our plan doesn't work. All right, London Knack. Okay, he worked as the Dodgers pitcher in 2025. I think London Knack is going to be good, but let's double check. London Knack. Yeah, he's legit. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to renew him for $780. So we're filling our roster spots up, man. We're going to have a full roster. Dalton Rushing, 24-year-old catcher. Do we just write him a big long-term deal? Catcher is hard to come by. We can give him a 6-year deal and just pay it out. You know what I mean? Look at that. We're going to rock it. $24 million probably gets it done. Yeah, well, looks like 23 for 6 years would get him done. So let's just get him done. Now you got Cartanova, another guy is a catcher. You want catching depth. Let's just renew him for 1 year and go year to year with him. Martinez is the guy we're going to roll with, so we're just going to renew his contract and roll with him. See how he does. Hunter, we got a decision to make. Well, who is Hunter Fiducci? Let's see who Hunter Fiducci is. Is he a legit guy or is he just a fake, Is he a guy from Mario Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Mario, it's me, Luigi. Hunter Fiducci. Okay, he's legit. He is a Dodger. Okay, so he's good. What do we know him? 780. Sosa, well, we know what he is. He's the guy we just bought over, so we want to renew his contract for the year and see what we get out of him. Let's see. Dalton Rushing. I had to make a decision. That's right. I offered him a 6-year deal. Vargas. We offered him a 5-year deal. Okay. Latongo. This guy, he's a utility guy. Could come helpful at shortstop if we run into a problem. It's only 27. We'll renew him for a year and see what we get out of him. Kyle Hurt. Always good to have starting pitching depth, so we'll renew him for the 780. Maybe go to AAA and let him just sit there until we need him. Clement. Okay, this guy can play shortstop too. So, we need as many guys who can play shortstop or we know him for 780. Todd Smoltz. I don't think this guy's going to turn out to be legit. Let's see, how we're going to start hitting these fake guys again. Todd Smoltz. All right, he is fake. I think, let's see. Yeah, he's a fraud. Okay, next guy, probably a fraud too. 19 years old. I'm just going to suggest he's a fraud. All right, get this left-handed pitcher. Renew the contract right away, 780. So, we got guys getting renewed. We got depth on the roster. I mean, Michael Grove's a pitcher. We're going to renew him up. Let him go to AAA, see what he can do. Maybe he opens eyes, he gets called up, works out of the bullpen, whatever, so we got to approach it. Yeah, so hopefully people are enjoying this replay of, baseball winter meetings. It's something different. Trade, signings, all this good stuff. Hopefully it's something, if you're a baseball fan, I figured you would enjoy to sit down and watch us. Give you a little entertainment here, you know what I'm saying? Like, this just in, we got to trade. We got to trade. The San Diego Padres have decided to trade Alvarez at 28 years of age after 42 home runs. They put him on the open market. They're trading Alvarez, and he's willing to wind up in a Yankees uniform. Soto's only on year 2 of a T ain't going nowhere. Cole ain't coming back in this deal. 35-year-old Garrett Cole. That would be a hell of a trade if you trade Garrett Cole for Alvarez, but it's like the team that's going to pay. Here you go. White Sox are sending back Luis Robert Jr. in an Alvarez deal. Whereas 28 years old, Robert Jr. 28 years old, so it's kind of a fair shake, but they got to send more than that in the deal. So they are going to send relief pitcher Matt Strom. Came in and worked good for 1 year. 34-year-old veteran lefty will now be in the Padres' pen. And they're going to send a starting pitcher, J.P. Sears, who was pretty damn good last year for them. Now he can't be traded. They're going to give up Elroy Jimenez. So Elroy Jimenez is in the deal. It's going to send Robert, Jimenez, and Strom to get Alvarez back in a blockbuster trade between the White Sox and the Padres. How about that announcement? It's done. So the Padres are going to be loaded in the outfield now with Robert coming in. He's going to give him a great power hitter. J.D. Martinez is re-signed to a 1-year contract. Robert, like I said, he's under a 2-year contract. They can just re-up him when the 2 seasons are up, though. And he's going to take over for Dylan Cruz, the rookie and center, only at 224. So Robert goes to center. And he will take the 5 spot in the order. So it's Martinez and Robert Jr. back-to-back. They're loading that lineup up. Then you've got somewhere Elroy Jimenez going to play a corner outfield spot. He's more a bat against lefties, though. They got Tatis in the outfield, too. So you got to move Tatis back to the infield to do this. There's going to be other moves coming. Corresponding roster moves have to be made. Padres are just too stacked in the lineup there. They may able to get Robert a spot in center field. He'll be out there man in center field, but the question is, where does Jimenez go with Tatis already in the outfield and Brian De La Cruz? It's going to be a tough call. Where are you going to put these guys? The rookie Cruz, well, he might be traded 24 years of age. Shoji had a 224 bat. with 15 blasts and 51 RBIs. He's going to start in AAA. That's where he's going to start at 24 years of age. So they're just going to put him in AAA. And they're going to make an offer of a long-term deal here just to bring him done for 5 years. $5 years, $10.5 million. So.
Everybody trying to gas me up with them jump cables. We didn't call it back in my day. Putting them jump cables on somebody, you can't gas me. Yeah, I'm too old for that. People are getting your seat. I'm about to set myself up for failure. If you were pulling in right out of the car, getting your seat.
Oh, sorry about that. Forgot that I had the damn mic open and I'm playing the show here. But anyway, so yeah, got to figure out a lot of things here. Is Robbie Snelling a legit pitcher? Now, at age 22, he's probably legit. Let's see. I don't know this guy's name. This guy is legit, Robbie Snelling, so we're going to re-sign him. We can't renew his contract, so we're just going to have to, well, he'll give him 1 year, so let's pay him the 1 year and get him back here. You could see here, you know, the options of people to be tendered. Dylan Cruz, of course, we're giving him a 5-year deal. So here's the offers. Dylan Cruz got that 5-year, $10.5 million deal on the table. Let him develop at 24 and bring him up when he's 26 when they have an opening in the outfield for him, or create one by trading somebody else. I mean, you always could flip a guy, too, mid-season at the deadline. So, you know, that's another option. So, alrighty, well, we'll see what happens here. Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to take a brief timeout. Right back on this special edition of MLB Winter Meeting Show here on June 19th. Yeah, I know. You're like, June 19th. It's MLB The Show, bro. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Break there. Moving on with the show here. So let's see where we at here with this. So we go to the arbitration board. Matt Manning definitely needs arbitration. Pay him the 188. He's in. Capuchano, 20 home runs. Got to bring him back. Steven Wilson, a bullpen piece. Good numbers. Bring him back. Miranda, 10 homers, 252 off the bench. You want to have that back. This guy at 294 off the bench. You want to bring him back. And this guy, look at the innings he threw. 73 innings, 2.71. He gets arbitration. Tyler Wade, well, you take a shot with him at $1 million. And finally, this guy here, 4.50. Left-handed arm, though, so you got to go bring him back for the 800. So there it is. Get all those guys arbitration offered. Meanwhile, the Giants, they got a big-time closer. They could sell him and go sign one here, but they're going to keep with him here. He's been their closer all these years, and he had 33 saves with a 1.89 ERA. This is the guy you're going to bring back on arbitration for whatever he wants. You take it. Manoah, well, this guy's done. You're going to bring in a new starter. So here we go. Giants going to go sign a free agent starting pitcher. The Giants have offered nobody yet, but they're about to make an offer. And guess what? They're going to go big or go home. The Giants have decided to try to bring in San Diego's Michael King, who started 23 games last year. The year before, he got 15 wins. So the Giants are going to make the move to offer him a 7-year contract that will pay him $86.5 million. That will outdo the offer by the Marlins. So the Giants will keep Michael King on the West Coast with a 7-year offer. It looks like he'll take it. So Giants looking to deepen their starting depth that will go deeper into the pool. And they are offering Michael Kopech a shot here to come in. Bad numbers by Kopech. Well, he's already been offered 3 years from Arizona. So they're going to go down and get Luis Severino, who hasn't worked in 2 years. They're going to go for that 3-year offer and give him $7.5 million and hope he signs it. Getting a chance to go pitch for the Giants is Luis Severino. While they're at it, they're going to go further down the list and try to bring in from Colorado James Paxton. Paxton, 37 years old, so they're going to give him a 2-year, $6 million deal to try to bring him into the Giants fold too. So Giants making a move. We'll go a couple days in advance and see if he signs. Let's see. Did anybody sign a contract in those 2 days? The answer is, well, you see it. Steven Matz takes the Dodgers 4 years, $35 million offer. Catcher Dalton Rushing takes the 6-year, $23 million offer. Diamondbacks get Michael Kopech to sign, and Paxton takes the 2 years and $6 million guarantee to go to the Giants. So there you go. Giants getting their guy. So yes, they do get their guy. So the trade is done. Yes, it is. All right, so you're seeing it all happen here. The Dodgers have been able to re-sign their guy for 2 years and 4.5, avoiding arbitration. And this is where we're at. So you can see as things are happening here. After the trade of Robert heading over to the Padres with Jimenez, the White Sox get Alvarez. Now they got to go out and figure out the rest of their lineup card. So let's take a look at the White Sox real quick here. Benintendi might be coming out of that DH spot to play the field. He can play left field if they need him to, but Alvarez is going to be handed the left field glove. He's the left fielder and cleanup hitter of the new look White Sox. So Ivan Alvarez comes back to the American League and returning as a White Sox. Jordan Walker will be in the first baseman coming by way of St. Louis. So Walker comes over in a trade with St. Louis. They get Alvarez in a trade with the Padres, and they build their 4 and 5 with Stassi hitting out of the 6th. And then you followed up with Espinal and Dominic Fletcher, but Fletcher might move up to the 2-hole. So they're going to lead off with 2 lefties, Benintendi and Fletcher. So that's what they're going to go with. They're going to go with Benintendi and Fletcher. They need a right-handed bat in the 3-hole, and they're looking to see who they got right now to fit that spot. Gavin Lux would be that left-handed bat if they're looking for it. They did get Lux picked up. He's their shortstop. In that trade, they got Gavin Lux from the Dodgers. So Lux comes over from the Dodgers to add to the lineup, but he won't bat in the 3rd spot. Lux will be reportedly hitting out of the 7-hole with Santin Espinal hitting further down in the 8th spot now. So they deepen the lineup even more. As you look at it now, Alvarez, Walker, Stassi, Lux, and Espinola. You got the Benintendi and Fletcher bringing it from the left side of the plate in the 1 and 2. So they have to go get a right-handed bat to hit 3rd. They're looking for one right now. You can see they ought to have one internally. Well, Melendez, he's not going to really be an option. Zach is not going to be able to hit the ball. He's looking to see what they got here. If they don't got much in the organization. Mike Broussard can't hit against right-handed pitching. So, yeah, they don't have nothing in the minors that could come up here and be a solid 3-hitter. They got some talent in the ball club, but, yep, nothing there. So they're going to have to acquire a right-handed bat to hit 3rd. So, with that being said, they're going to go dip into the free agent market and look for right-handed bats. Lane Thomas, not going to be the guy. Tommy Edelman won't be the guy either to bat 3rd. Josh Naylor is a left-handed bat. They might have to make another trade. Mullins is a left-handed bat. Austin Hayes, this guy could hit 3rd. He wants to play center field, I guess, if he comes to the White Sox. He'd have to play center. Question is, will Hayes be willing to play center? Because he would be a fit. Benintendi would not play center, so Fletcher's not going to move over to center field, even though he's a speed guy. Actually, Fletcher takes the 1-hole, moving Benintendi. And now what they're going to do is they're going to put Benintendi in. They figured it out. He's going to bat 3rd. So they're going to go Benintendi, Alvarez, Walker in a 3, 4, and 5 this year. That's going to be the new look lineup. And they'll move Fletch to the 1. So they right-handed bat out of the 2-hole. And it could be Hayes, but it could be anybody now with speed. Batting out of that 2-hole. So now they're looking for speed. And they'll have to go look for a speed demon here. They can play center field. So. And bat out of the 2 spot. So I'm going to look at center fielders on the market. You see Yastrzemski bats left. There's nothing out there. Yeah, nobody's cleared out a right-handed bat in center field. So it would have to come from trade, and they'll have to use the scraps that they have to make the trade. Got like Jake Fogel, but he's not really a big hitter. One interesting scenario is signing this Matt Gorski and giving him the opportunity. 28-year-old Matt Gorski could be the guy to fill the 2-hole here and hope that he can produce. Yeah, Gorski actually did play in the major leagues here. Matt Gorski. And, he is a fit for this team. So that's who it's going to be. They're going to give Matt Gorski a shot here to come in and be the guy. They offered him a 1-year contract to come in with a guaranteed opportunity to bat 2nd and play center field and just run it with them here until they can find another option. They do have Montero they could trade. They have some pitching they can wheel too. I mean, there's also got that big lefty, Jarrett Schuster, who's 27 years of age. He'd be a nice piece in a trade. The rotation right now, they're waiting to sign pitchers. J.P. Sears, as of right now, is the number 2 starter, not the number 1. Yeah, Sears would be the number 2. Jarrett Schuster is also in that rotation as of right now. Not a strong rotation at all. They need depth in that rotation. There's a rotation right there as they currently sit. Garcia will just hold the 1 spot for now. He's not a candidate. Deivi Garcia is not going to be your opening day pitcher. But Sears is definitely in control for the number 2 spot after pitching to a 3.45 last year and eating up some innings. He's definitely a number 2 starter. So the question is, who takes the 1 spot? Shane Doran. Well, this guy's a lefty who actually worked out of the bullpen with a 5.15. He's in control here for a possible shot at the long relief. But all these other guys also looking at that long relief spot, hoping to make a living doing it there. So we shall see what happens. So anyway, we've been live now for how long? We're at almost an hour here with this baseball stream. So I promised you guys different stuff. We're almost at 1 o'clock on the East Coast. We're going to roll it into the 2 o'clock hour here. Staying live with this MLB winter meetings thing. Hopefully it'll draw some people. Looks like so far no takers for watching baseball on YouTube. So, I mean, yeah, but I'm offering different programming here today, giving you something different. So hopefully somebody will sit down and they get to enjoy this program. So the White Sox need their bullpen addressed. They need a lot of things addressed right now. But Sean Armstrong is definitely a guy that's coming up to the majors here. He's been promoted. Armstrong will be one of those guys that can come in and fill that setup role. And Danny Calaban will be the closer. So there you go. So they got 2 punch air in the new season. They got a right lefty set up in the setting. And they got Banks who could work the 6th or 7th inning. Tanner Banks would be there, and Matt Foster would be the other guy here in the bullpen. So they've got a 5-man bullpen already set up. It's just a matter of getting some starting depth here, maybe another bullpen piece. Currently, they have offers out to Marcus Stroman and Cortez. That would give you a solid 1-2. Sears could slide to the 3, and now your rotation is ready to go. So, well, Stroman and Cortez were teammates with the Yankees just 2 years ago in 2024 season. We're now going on to the 26th season here, by the way, if you're not hip to what's going on. So, Stroman would be the guy who would be the ace, and Cortez would be the 2. And they would try to put it together for the Chicago White Sox fans with Aaron Boone. That's right. So Boone getting former Yankee starters. And they are looking to try to sign somebody here. Tommy Edelman would be a fit coming over from the Cardinals. And another guy that could be a fit would be Austin Hayes, of course. Hayes would take over that 2 hole, but will he play center field for them? That's the question. Does he really want to play center field? They have to focus on that. I mean, the contract with this question is the numbers. He wants a 5-year, $32 million plus. Team to go 7 years on it, really commit and pay him $45 million. Well, looks like they're going to try to go $47.5 for 7 years. They're going to go for it. $47.5 for 7 years if Hayes signs with the White Sox. He was traded by the Orioles. And Anaheim would have to replace that bat. Anaheim already looking to see who they could get. I believe it was Anaheim that lost Mullins. I'm sorry, they lost Hayes and Mullins, I believe. Let's see. Got to go back here to see who lost who. Hayes was lost. Let's see. He was in the American League West. I don't know if it was an Anaheim guy or Hayes wasn't with the Astros. He was with Anaheim. Yep, so they lost both Mullins. They lost a whole bunch. They got to re-sign. Got to sign somebody here in Anaheim. Our Michael Tucker was a guy, but he says he wants to go to Pittsburgh with Dave Roberts as the manager. So Anaheim reportedly has reached out to Edelman's agent and said, let's just get this done. Anaheim willing to pay Edelman for the next 8 years $105 million. Yep, that's what they're going to do. They're going to go 8 years, 105 to Tommy Edelman. So he's going to go to Anaheim on an 8-year deal to be the face of the Angels. Is Tommy Edelman. And possibly to get Josh Naylor from Cleveland for a little pop in the lineup. They're going to pay him even more than 8. They're going 10 years on Josh Naylor. So Anaheim cutting the checks. They're going 10 years and 122 with their offer to Josh Naylor. 10 years, 122. That's a payday. That's a huge payday. So, 12 million a year. It's not a $30 million contract, but there it is. Anaheim trying to get 2 big bats picked up. One from St. Louis, one from the Guardians. Mullins will not return with Anaheim. He says he's ready to move on with his career. Mullins will not fit the mold in Chicago. Too many left-handed bats. And look at this. He's going to stay on the West Coast reportedly now. The Oakland A's have just made an offer to the agent for Cedric Mullins, who's 31 years of age. They're going to go 5 years. Reports are they are willing to lay out $37 million for him if he takes it. Other GMs, I'm sure, will jump in and start making offers, though, as you could look around here. Harry Ford, the catcher, 23 years of age, ready to take the starting job with the Seattle Mariners. So he's going to try to give it a go, put those numbers on the board as the everyday receiver for the Mariners. Luke Raleigh, who can hit big-time power, is going to find himself a spot here with the Mariners lineup as he will take over as the DH. So Raleigh will hope to crack some more home runs in Seattle as a DH. Ryan Bliss, the young shortstop, hoping to finally get a shot here to play every day at shortstop. Currently, David Fletcher at 267 last year with 8 home runs and 56 RBIs, but Bliss will take over for him. Bliss will go to the 2-hole. Fletcher now reportedly will move to second base because he was so productive. Fletcher will move to second and bat out of the 9. So Fletcher will just move over for the Mariners and stay with them for another year, even though he's arbitration eligible. So Nick Magellan will have to just sit on the bench for Seattle and provide infield depth, along with Luis Arias, who had 110 trips. Year prior, 304 at bats, he didn't do it, so this guy's going to stay on the bench. So Bliss and Rojas, who handled third base so nicely, they just got to get that arbitration done with these guys. And reports are Josh Rojas is asking for a trade. He's had 2 years in Seattle. He wants to go eastbound. And Josh Rojas will get his wish. They're going to put him on the open trade market here. It's like Yu Chang will get a shot here to get more at-bats with Josh Rojas leaving the club. Rojas will be traded. He goes eastbound in the National League. He will be heading to the Washington Nationals. So Rojas traded to the Washington Nationals in a deal that will bring back 33-year-old first baseman Josh Meneses, 296 bat for Rojas. Well, there's got to be more to the deal because Rojas ain't going to get you a 296 bat. That's who they've targeted for Seattle was Joey Meneses. So he's played in Washington all 4 years of his career. At the age of 33, heads to Seattle in a deal that brings back Rojas and more. And the Mariners will sweeten the deal by offering one of the most traded players in baseball, Cole Tucker, who's the utility man, will head to Washington. And they're going to have to throw in an outfitter. Looks like Bubba Thompson's going to head off to Washington here. Thompson, who played for Texas and Cincinnati, will just be going in the trade. So there's the deal. Rojas, Tucker, and Thompson for Meneses. That's a done deal. So they get 3 pieces back for Joey Meneses. And Meneses will play third base for the Seattle Mariners. So Joey Meneses will be the third baseman for the Mariners at 296 bat. He's making a move across the diamond from first to third. Ty France is almost out of here. He had 265, so eventually Meneses can move over to first. But for year one, Joey Meneses will be the third baseman here for the Seattle Mariners. So the Nationals looking to sign a big-time free agent after trading their first baseman. might make that trade to get some pieces. They like Tyler Freeman, but he can't play first base. But Tristan Casillas will be the new everyday first baseman in Washington. They've confirmed that Casillas is the guy they want. He had 235 with 25 bombs. He'll sit right in the cleanup slot and launch those home runs. Ruiz will bat in a 5-hole behind him. James Wood will probably move up and bat in Garcia's spot. Yep, so James Wood goes to the second spot in the lineup. C.J. Abrams and Woods right off the bat in this lineup card is what they want to do. But they need to sign a big-time free agent here, looking for either DH. Well, they have some guys. Victor Robles will not get the gig. Bubba Thompson, they acquired. They're thinking maybe he could be the left fielder. Bat him down in the 9-hole. So Bubba Thompson will hit ninth and play left field every day for the Washington Nationals. Now they have Elijah Green. We really didn't get a shot. Lots of speed. He could take over in a 1-hole if you put him at DH. That's what they're thinking now, is that Green will take over at DH and be the leadoff hitter for this team going forward. Green's only 22 years of age, so he will DH and lead off. And batting second will be Abrams will bat third now in this new look lineup. Woods will bat in a 2-hole, and you'll have 3 lefties in a row, but they feel all 3 of these left-handed bats can win a ball game, so they're going to stay with them. Ruiz will bat next. And they just need a right-handed bat here to fill the third base void. Well, Rojas is here, so he's going to play third base in Washington. They're not going to worry about it. They said Rojas is a guy who can hit righties a ton, so he's going to get the job at the bat sixth and play third base. And they're just going to run all lefties in this lineup. Seth Brown getting a shot to play right field. Now, he could hit some bombs, so he might move up to the 6-hole because of his power. Move Rojas down to 7, and Garcia would bat in the 8 position. So that's the lineup card. They're going to go lots of lefties in this lineup card, but he says, hey, you got to try to win games. And if you've got young talent, let's put these guys on the field and see what they can do for us, So, I mean, they could replace Brown. There's a possibility. The bench is loaded with left-handed bats. Robles can do things against lefties that can help you out as he'll play center against lefties, moving Woods over to right field. Bubba Thompson has not hit lefties, so he will sit on the bench. And Green, also, they don't like his numbers against lefties. Now, Hassel the third is a guy who will definitely give him outfield depth. He wants to play center. Everybody wants to play center. Hassel the third, though, as a first baseman, and moving Casillas over to third base. Well, Casillas actually won't play against lefties. Josh Rojas will take care of third base. He'll bat down the order. Tyler Freeman is an option here in the 8-hole. Rojas will bat. Now, Rojas will actually bat out of the number 7 position. Freeman will bat 8. And now looking for more the lineup card here. So let's say Seth Brown won't go. Bubba Thompson won't go. You're going to have to find some players here that can go against left-handed pitching. And they've got nothing on that bench that can play against lefties. So they've got 2 holes. Now, they do have some talent down in AAA, though. Maybe somebody from there can come up. Liam Hicks is a guy who bats left-handed. Won't do much against lefties for them. So Travis Blankenship, another left-handed bat. Vargas, there you go. That's the guy that's going to come up. Third base, second base, and shortstop. Vargas will play against lefties, so Vargas is going to join the club. And Vargas will be the guy that will play against left-handers for sure. He's going to take over as the team's left fielder. So Vargas will play left field and bat. Not in that 9-0. We don't bury a bat like that in the 9. So Ruiz can't even hit cleanup. Hassel can't hit cleanup. Robles can't hit it. Woods can't. So you got nobody. He has no power. This team's got no power against lefties, so they're going to have to go get some to DH. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, they do got power. Brown brings some power there. Casillas will bring the most power, actually. So you know what? They're going to probably just play him. Let's play him. He'll back clean up in DH. So Casillas is just there to bunch home runs. Hopefully he'll hit more than 25. Hitting cleanup, Casillas will be the guy. Yep, they're going to let him play there. He doesn't hit much for average. He has no speed, but or we go to free agency and find a guy that can play as a part-timer. Well, Anthony Rizzo could be signing with the Nationals here. He can hit some power. He can actually swing the bat, but might have their guy here. Against both righties and lefties, Harold Ramirez could be coming to the Nationals. Ramirez negotiations, and they have come to terms on a 3-year contract that will pay him $5.5 million. So there you go. Harold Ramirez is coming in to answer the question of who gives you a bat. He can play the outfield and first base. So Harold Ramirez will sign with the Nationals. Brandon Belt, who spent some time with the Nationals, is a guy that's going to help somebody as a right-handed pitching type guy at age 37, but they want him to DH. Choi is a guy that can swing the bat too a little bit. He's going to get a job somewhere. Jose Abreu can't hit lefties. He can hit righties, though. He'd give you an option there. Further down, Luis Torraro could be a guy that could give you some help too. Brandon Lewis is another guy that could give you an opportunity. Alex McGeary, I think this guy is legit. I think he could help too. Let's see. Let's take a look at Alex McGeary. Is this guy any good? Gee. Don't think this guy can do it. Let's see. Actually, this guy might be a fit. Let's see. 6'1". The numbers don't match up on this dude. I mean, let's see. You got to find out what his hometown's listed as. Oh, it is him. He is good. So this guy could sign too as a backup piece. I'm pretty sure that this Lewis guy is legit, and I'm pretty sure that this Luis Tabarro. Let's just double check this guy. See, the problem is you don't know if these guys are real or not. You know what I'm saying? He's legit. He checks out too. Yeah, he definitely checks out. So there you go. Tabarro, who didn't play last year, is going to get a shot here to sign a contract with Washington. This gets the 1-year, $60,000 offer to come in and join the club. And McGeary also checked out, so they're going to try to sign these guys to minor league deals and give them a shot to go to AAA. McGeary can play left field. Tabarro can play third base. So it gives you an option here to do some stuff. Looks like Joe doesn't have an opportunity yet. So let's say, all right, let's go back here. A couple more days off the calendar here. Let's see if anybody signs. Boom. Lane Thomas takes 8 years and $72 million to go to the Marlins. So that's done. Chris Paddock takes 7 years, $145 to the Marlins. Look at Naylor take that 10-year deal to go join the Angels. So let's see who else signed here. We're going to go over the list here. Re-signing is Miguel Vargas with the Dodgers. Hunter Harvey takes the $9 million deal. Tabarro took his 1-year deal. Snelling re-signed with the Padres for $170,000. Gorski signs with the White Sox. McGeary signs with the Nationals. Thomas signed a big deal. There's your big deals. Griffin Canning takes 6 years, $47 million to go to the Dodgers. Naylor, Paddock signing big deals. Ramirez took a deal to go to the Nationals. Nesker Cortez. Nestor says he wasn't waiting. He's going to the White Sox. 6 years, $60 million. Ron got his 2 years from the Diamondbacks. So a lot of signings happening here. Let's take a look at these teams now. They've definitely improved themselves. Look at the Dodgers situation. Where does the new starting pitcher for the Dodgers fit in with this team? Griffin Canning. Hunter Harvey comes in as a bullpen piece here from Washington on a new deal. So Canning, right now, he's looking at the ability to become a long man here for this team. So Canning said he understands it was going to be a long man job, and he will replace Sheehan. He replaces Sheehan. So Griffin Canning replaces Sheehan in the long list. Left-hander Jacob Lopez. Let's look for a left-handed relief role or go to AAA and work as a starter and to see whether they have starting rotation depth here. Mitch Keller came in from Pittsburgh previously and signed with the Dodgers. Their budget's got to be way high. Take a look at their current budget. Oh, yeah, $246 million on the books. Wow, Dodgers have a huge budget. $246 million already spent by LA. I got to fill out their roster here, so they better have some pieces with this team. Let's look at their situational here, who they have signed. Okay, Dodgers are loaded. They got plenty of players. They can fill out all three rosters with guys under contract. So I guess they need to start getting people done. They've already offered arbitration, all those guys. Now they need to go tender contracts. And these young kids, they just got to give them $60,000 each, you know. Yeah, just pay these guys this way. You got depth in the franchise here. You don't run out of money. So that's what they're doing is they're locking up all these guys that are under these $60,000 deals here. So this way they don't get caught with no players at the end with no money. They have to go trade a big contract to get that guy in there. So they're just going to go and offer everybody a $60,000 deal. This way they'll have the whole roster filled out. Then there'll be a lot of these guys getting that 1 year $60,000 deal done. Here we go. All right, here we go. So, sorry about that. All right, so we've moved on. This thing's been on for an hour and 20 minutes, so I think I might just pull it, but this way you get to see a lot of stuff here in the show. So we'll see. I might go 2 hours with this replay. All right, so Dodgers are set. And once again, let's just go over what the Dodgers have done so far. They're re-signing people, signing new pitchers. They have not signed one new bat, but they have traded. Let's see. Yep, they traded to get some bats by giving up Gavin Lux, and they also acquired pitching Mitch Keller acquired from Pittsburgh for Stone, Dixon, and O'Key. And this is where they're at. So that three guys go to, well, they didn't even let three guys. They got two guys. Barnes and Razor are both free agents. So Dodgers are set. We turn away from them now. Look at the San Diego Padres situation here. Their lineup is pretty much set here. They bought in a couple trades. Returned JP Martinez back, or JD. I'm sorry, not P. JD Martinez. And that's it. So, alrighty. So that's where we're at with that. And we will see what the chill bring. Yes, sir. What's what brings? Like I said, we're deep into this stream. We'll continue on here in a minute. Sorry, I totally forgot about you guys. Totally forgot that we were live. See that? Sometimes you forget you're doing a live stream. Oh, and nobody's here. It's like, okay, whatever. Who's going to really watch this long anyway? All right, so we're at the Padres. And what this team needs, let's take a look right now what they've done so far in the offseason here. Padres have re-signed Robbie Snelling. They've offered arbitration. They traded Roberto. They got the big bat, Jordan Alvarez. They let Michael King and Francisco Mejia go. So to advance in the catching, it's going to be Campusano's job here. 20 home runs, 64 RBI. They're going to need a backup receiver. We'll have to go looking for one of them. Let's see who's got the depth chart. First guy up to possibly get the backup job would probably be Chandler Siegel will be the first guy. He's going to be added to the 40-man roster right here. And he becomes the backup catcher at his ball club. So a rookie is up. Yep, Chandler Siegel. As he had one game in 2023. He's 29 years of age. He's a backup receiver. That's what he is. And he'll do that job as the backup catcher moving forward in San Diego to Luis Campusano. Other depth on the catching here. They need to get some more depth. It looks like a lot of these guys. Well, Brett Sullivan's a depth chart guy. He was a backup last year. So they do have depth in the catching game. Sullivan's got to be restored here. Let's just make sure he's under contract. He will be. Renewed contract, boom. Sullivan's back. So Brett Sullivan will be back at the dish. So you have 3 organizational catchers for San Diego and maybe acquire a 4th or 5th down the road. It's Michael Dela Cruz. Let's take a look at him here and see if he's got qualifications here to be the 4th catcher in the organization. Let's take a look at him. Oh, yeah, this guy's definitely good to go, it looks like. Yes, he is. Okay. So, yep, Michael De La Cruz will be the next guy to take care of the backup catching depth. So we're going to give him an offer here to return to the team. And maybe even Darian Miller. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at him. Pamal, this guy here. Can't even say his name. They got a lot of depth. So, they're going to bring back the depth here and have at least 4 catchers organizational to handle it. One guy bombs. You got another guy in the wings ready to go. So that's the one way of looking at that. Joe Donovan. I don't know if Joe Donovan's a disher or not. Let's take a look at him. Let's see. Is this guy? Oh, yeah, he's also looks like he's a depth chart guy. It's a former Cubby, actually, they're saying. Yeah. There it is, Illinois. So, yeah, they've got plenty of catching in San Diego. That's not a position they need to upgrade any. They could even trade some of that catching. But meanwhile, what is San Diego going to do in the free agent market? Well, Michael King has already got a bidding war between the Giants and the Marlins. Will the Marlins turn that money up against King, or will the Giants get him for the 7 years, 86.5? Stroman, meanwhile, White Sox only team. It looks like he's ticketed to go to the White Sox. Aaron Savell's out there, and that might be what the Marlins are moving on with right now. The Cubs just came and offered Savell a big deal. They're going 8 years guaranteed, and they're going to go to $91 million with their 8-year offer. So there it is. Aaron Savell gets an opportunity to pitch in Wrigley Field for 8 years. There it was. It happened. Evaldi going to Pittsburgh for 2 years and $18 million once that happens. So we're going to go 2 more days and see if these guys sign. So let's see. Has anybody else signed in those 2 days? So we've had a bunch of signings. Dodgers re-signed everybody. All right, so you see Michael De La Cruz signed with the Padres, and the Dodgers have been able to re-sign even more people. Giants get Severino to lock in for 3 years and 7.5. So that's a depth chart move. Dodgers re-signing more. The Padres have renewed the contract of catcher Brett Sullivan. Hunter Harvey is previous. Okay, so not much happening in these 2 days. So here we go. What's up next? Well, let's see. Let's look at the Giants right now, who just got themselves Severino. Robbie Ray, who last year was not used much because he struggled, is still coming back in that rotation. But Tristan Beck, who will now handle the bullpen job, Andrew Painter, all plans for him to be in this rotation this year. So Painter is in that rotation with Robbie Ray. Jordan Hicks, Mahan, who struggled, could be out of the rotation because of his numbers. He's 28 years of age, just an arbitration eligible guy. So yeah, Mahan and Severino, who was bought in as the back end of this rotation. So right now, it looks like Robbie Ray, because of his experience, he had a great year, 9-13 with a 4.18. But last year, 13 starts. He's going to get a chance, though, at 34. He's owed $23 million for the season, so he's going to be in there as a 3-starter. And then there's your rest of your rotation. As Jordan Hicks last year, 3.89 ERA, and Webb with the 2.76 comes back as the ace of the Giants. So right now they make that change to add Severino and Painter. More starts for Robbie Ray, sending Mohan out of the rotation after a 4.85 and 14 losses. It just didn't work for him. His contract, like I said, he's arbitration eligible. Paxton has been added as death. He could be a bullpen piece on the left side. So that's what's going on there. There you go. Yes, sirree. Yes, indeedy. All right, so rocking and rolling here. Rocking around rocking out this, what day is it here? Wednesday afternoon. So, Paul Skeens also, who was shut down after a 7.19, he will go to AAA this year and try to figure it out. Tristan Beck will be a guy who's going to be a middle reliever, with Jordan Romano as the setup man, and the closer, Dalvi, will be back with their 1.89 ERA. Giants had a rough year last year. They are managed by none other than nobody. They need to find a new manager. Who will take the Giants job after that news? Well, let's see. Who's the best candidate for the Giants job? Is it going to be a first-time manager? We're going to get a veteran manager in there. Darnell Coles looks like he's going to sign with that Giants job. Yep, Darnell Coles. 4 years, $16 million to become the manager of the Giants. Dole just got his arbitration offered. Mahan will get arbitration offered, but it depends. He's only going to get $780 offered. So Thesis will get offered arbitration as a catching option. And then you have Tristan Beck, who's the long man at a 4.42. Will get arbitration offered. And finally, Donovan Walton also going to get that chance on the arbitration for $780. Meanwhile, we move to the Baltimore Orioles. Well, Rutschman hit 30 home runs. His arbitration is going to only be 2.31. Kyle Bradish, 3.280 ERA. His arbitration will be 2.17. Grayson Rodriguez getting that arbitration too. Getting arbitration. So they got 4 arbitration offers out. Dean Kramer gets an arbitration, $780. Cole Irvin will get it too. It's a good bullpen piece, 2.76. Why not give it to Barker too? He gets an arbitration offer. So I'll offer them all arbitration at this point. Keep on going, right? This team's got a good team. Well, there's a good group right there to have all arbitration this year. So I'm going to pay out contracts. What did Baltimore do in this offseason as far as letting people go? Well, they said goodbye to Mateo O'Hearn, Dozier, and Perato. And they have not replaced any of those players yet. So the Orioles looking to get one big fish wheeled in. They need to look at that lineup first here to see what they need. Looks like they need a left fielder. Well, Slater says I'm here, but he's questionable. McCannon, speed, nothing else. Let's see if they have in the minors, though. Is there anybody ready to step up in the outfield? Sam Hillard, probably not going to be the guy that's going to step up. He is a very late hitter. He's going to stay in AAA for a long time to come. Kyle Stowers, this guy could be something. Got some speed, so Stowers is coming up to fill a spot. Jordan Adams, not right now. And then there's the big guy. He's got a great contract. He'll be bought up too. So Stowers would be the guy right now to spot in the 2-hole and play in left field. So we're going to see Stowers get that chance at left field every day. That's just a change Baltimore's making. So Jackson Holiday, the shortstop, actually will take the 2-hole from Stowers. Stowers will just go down the order and give them a bat down there. Kalzer, 273, bat out of 7, and Stowers will bat 8. So back-to-back lefties against righties. And Slater might finish out that lineup card as he can play a lot of positions. They do need a second baseman, but they need a right fielder more than anything. So there you go. Slater would go to right field and give them a bat against right-handed pitching against lefties. He might play both. So the right fielder that they had is going to be done. His numbers weren't impressive. They can renew his contract. I don't know if we've done that already. Have we done that? Might just say goodbye to him. But he's 27 years old. Westberg, his contract's been renewed. Kalzer is being offered a long-term deal. They went to 7 years on this offer. They're going to pay him for 7 years. They feel like he's a big bat to keep going with. They're going to spend some money to get him done. Looks like $60 million for 7 years. $59 million over 7 is what the offer is. Mateo, well, he offers some power and he can hit left-handers. I mean, that's not Mateo, that's Maton. Oh, I got Mateo from Maton's going to be renewed for the year because he's just one of those guys you can renew him. Marcelo also renewed. I got to renew this guy too, so what the hell, let's keep him around for $780. Isley, of course, will be renewed. Even this guy, he's not going to get renewed. Stowers, of course, will be renewed. See what he can do for you in this year. Wilcott, stud, is definitely getting renewed. You don't want to lose this prospect. Jordan Adams, young guy, let's give him $780. Mike Bowman, gets that renewed for $780. Zimmerman, that's the question. What do you do with Zimmerman? Alrighty, so we've showed you pretty much a lot of moves here in the winter meetings. I'll just recap here before I'm going to close this out. See how people perceive this baseball show here, if they're interested in it. So we'll give you a quick rundown here of free agency. So there it is. The Giants signed Severino for 3 years. Dodgers get Hunter Henry for 3 years. A young guy for 1 year goes to the Nationals. Gorski, the young guy, goes to the White Sox for 1. Magari, another young guy to the Nationals. Lane Thompson gets 8 years, $72 million from the Marlins. Griffin Canning gets 6 years, $47 million. Chris Paddock, the big hitter, 7 years, $145 million, followed by Josh Naylor at 10 years at $122 from the Angels. Ramirez gets 3 years, $550. 6 years and $60 for Nestor Cortez Jr. Julio Teheran gets 2 years, 4.50. Steven Matz gets 4 years and 35 from the Dodgers. Kopech gets 3 years and 17 from the Diamondbacks. Paxton 2 years, $6 million, and there it is. That's it. So you see all the free agents, all the relievers still haven't gotten paid, but all these guys did get paid. So that's it. Thanks for joining me here on this winter meeting show. Real quick here, I figured I'd recap the trades too, so you can see what trades were made at the winter meetings. And so all trades now. Let's go with the trades. So we'll start here at the first trade, go all the way back. See, look at all the trades that were made. The first trade that was made was Jordan Walker was sent. He was acquired from the White Sox for Sandy Alcantara to the Cardinals. Then the Pirates made a blockbuster deal with the Dodgers. They acquired Gavin Stone Dixon and okay for Mitch Keller. The next trade was Tony Gosling from the Dodgers for two pitchers and a first baseman, Derek Hall. Blue Jays getting Marte from the Diamondbacks for 3 infielders. Outfielder acquired by the Blue Jays for Max Kepler. And White Sox acquired Lux from the Dodgers for 3 infielders. White Sox also acquired Alvarez. So the White Sox have been super busy shaking up their lineup. And the Nationals making a big move, acquiring Rojas, Tucker, and Bubba Thompson for Joey Meneses. So they were the trades at the winter meetings. Phillies obviously not doing nothing. And that's it. You know who's a free agent? I'll show you real quick here as we continue. Kyle Schwarber, the Shore Bomb, 32 home runs, could be signed by somebody if they want left-handed power. He can play first or left field, so we'll see if Schwarber goes there. And Azuna is another big bat, age 35. He would be a big pickup, too, for a GM that's looking for power. So any team that wants power should go after these guys. So Schwarber is going to leave Philadelphia. And I can tell you right now, the one place I think could be a good landing spot would be the Giants. Giants' current budget, let's see what their budget is. They're already up at $114 million, but a Shore Bomb in that lineup along with Solar would be huge, but Solar's almost done. So getting Schwarber to beat her DH would be a big move. Let's see. So the Giants are going to lay out an offer here. They've already offered Michael King. They've got Severino and Paxton. Adding pitching is what they wanted to do. Now they're going to go at the bat of Schwarber. So Schwarber, the Phillies let him go. Schwarber's going to ink 4-year contracts, looking for $22.5 million is where they're going to try to get him. So the Giants offered $22.5 million to bring Schwarber's left-handed bat into their lineup. Thinking, hey, now we got a lineup with Schwarber and the right-handed bat of Solar. And they're looking to add a guy in Jake Bowers, who is out there looking for a contract. He can play first base, too. Bowers offered a 5-year, $10 million deal by the Giants. So there you go. They offer Schwarber and Bowers to come into that Giant lineup to really shake it up. Maybe a shortstop coming, too, to the Giants. There's Tommy Edelman out there, who's Anaheim has 8 years on the board with him for $105. Ray Mateo would be a nice fit for the Giants coming in from Baltimore. Diaz is out there from Houston. Rojas is out there. He'd be a big piece coming over. He don't hit right in a pitch, you know. Mondesi, a guy, he's not even worth it. He's a total waste. And after that, then you don't have nobody out there. I mean, this is guys are a total waste. So there you go. I don't know whoever came into the room. Are you here? You didn't say nothing in the chat room, so they probably left. And, yep, with that, we're going to wrap it down here at the 154 mark, an hour and 54 minutes of baseball today. Thanks for tuning in on the replay. See you next time on the Grizz Show channel here on YouTube. Have a good day, everybody.